You've probably heard this over and over again. Walking is the best thing you can do for your heart. Doctors recommend it, fitness experts swear by it, and chances are, you might already be doing it regularly. It's free, it's low impact, and it seems like the perfect solution for staying heart healthy as you age. But what if I told you that, while walking is great, it's not enough? In fact, there are 4 things that are even more powerful for your heart, and almost no one is talking about them. This might sound surprising, but it's backed by actual results and heart surgeons who've seen the truth firsthand. Let me tell you a story about a man named Dennis. He was 68 years old and had been living a pretty active life. Every morning, rain or shine, he went out and walked. Not just a short stroll around the block, he walked miles every single day. He thought he was doing everything right. But then came the shock. Dennis started feeling more tired. He noticed shortness of breath, even after his walks. His energy dropped. He chalked it up to aging at first, but eventually he went to see a cardiologist. After a few tests, the news hit him hard. Early-stage heart failure. He couldn't believe it. How could this happen when he was doing all the right things? That's when his cardiologist told him something surprising. He said, "Walking isn't enough. You're missing the real medicine." At first, Dennis didn't understand. He had done what every expert told him to do. How could that not be working? But the doctor explained that while walking supports general health, it doesn't target the root causes of aging and heart disease. This led Dennis down a new path, a personal mission to understand what truly protects the heart, especially after 60. He read everything he could find, talked to specialists, and even reached out to former heart patients who had reversed their condition. What he discovered shocked him. There are 4 powerful things, better than walking, that helped real people restore their heart health and feel younger than they had in years. These weren't extreme diets or dangerous workouts. In fact, they were simple changes, but they had a huge impact on Dennis's life. After just a few months, he wasn't just feeling better. His heart function had actually improved. His energy came back. He started sleeping better. His numbers shocked his doctors. Most importantly, he got his life back, without needing to rely on medications. And no, this isn't some miracle pill or overnight trick. It's backed by science, real studies, real cardiologists, and real people like Dennis. The best part? These things are available to almost anyone, regardless of age. And when done right, they don't just support heart health. They can actually slow down how you age. You're probably wondering what these 4 things are. We're about to get into them, and I promise, the last one might actually change how you look at aging forever. So don't skip ahead, because each one builds on the other. You'll see why walking, while helpful, is only part of the story, and what your body is truly craving to stay young, energized, and strong. Whether you're in your 40s, 60s, or even 80s, these tools can give you more control over your health than you thought possible. Dennis thought his best days were behind him. Now, he says he feels decades younger. And if you're someone who's walking every day but still not seeing the results you want, this might be exactly what you've been missing. So stick with me, because what you're about to learn could be the turning point not just for your heart, but for your whole life. Number 1. Isometric strength holds. You might think that lowering your blood pressure means running on a treadmill for hours or sweating it out in the gym every day. But what if I told you that just 3 minutes of a simple, still exercise could do more for your heart than a 30-minute walk? Sounds surprising, right? But it's true, and science backs it up. There's a powerful type of exercise that most people overlook. It doesn't require jumping, running, or even much movement at all. It's called isometric exercise, and it might just be one of the most effective ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. No fancy equipment, no gym memberships, just your body and a little bit of time. So what exactly are isometric exercises? They're exercises where your muscles contract without moving your joints. Think of holding a plank, sitting against a wall with your legs bent like you're in an invisible chair, or simply pushing your palms together hard. You stay still, but your muscles are working hard behind the scenes. Here's where it gets really interesting. A recent study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that isometric exercises actually reduce blood pressure better than cardio workouts. That's right, even better than walking, running, or cycling. And the best part? You only need to do them for about 3 minutes a day to see real results. But how can something so simple be so powerful? It all comes down to your arteries. When you do isometric exercises, the tension in your muscles creates pressure on your blood vessels, which activates the endothelial cells lining your arteries. These cells play a huge role in keeping your arteries flexible and healthy. Why does this matter? When your arteries are flexible, your blood can flow more easily. That means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood around your body, and your blood pressure naturally goes down. It's like giving your heart a break, while making your blood vessels younger and more responsive. These exercises also reduce arterial stiffness, which is one of the key causes of high blood pressure as we age. Arterial stiffness makes your heart push harder to get blood through your body, which raises your blood pressure. But with regular isometric training, your arteries become more elastic, kind of like turning a rigid hose into a flexible one. And the best part? You can do these exercises anywhere. You can do a wall sit while brushing your teeth, or hold a plank in your living room. You don't need to get sweaty or change into workout clothes. It's fitness that fits into your day without taking over your life. If you're someone who struggles to find time to exercise, or you just don't enjoy traditional workouts, isometric holds can be a game changer. 3 minutes a day might not sound like much, but when done consistently, it can lead to serious changes in your blood pressure and your overall heart health. So next time you're thinking about skipping your walk or skipping the gym, remember, just holding a wall sit or a plank for a few minutes could be doing even more for your heart. It's simple, science-backed, and surprisingly effective. Give it a try, and let your body and your heart thank you later. Number 2. Breath control cardio bursts. Most people think that to get in shape or improve their health, they need to spend hours at the gym or go on long walks every day. But Dennis found something different, something that only took him 6 minutes a day and gave him surprising results. It wasn't a long workout, and it didn't involve expensive equipment. It was a simple but powerful method that combined short bursts of cardio with a special kind of breathing. Instead of walking for an hour or doing regular cardio, Dennis started doing 90-second cardio intervals. That's just a minute and a half of movement, but it wasn't just about how long he moved, it was about how he did it. While doing these short bursts of exercise, he focused on breathing only through his nose. No mouth breathing. Just calm, deep nasal breaths. This might sound small, but it made a big difference. At first, it felt a little strange. We're used to breathing through our mouths during exercise, especially when we get tired. But nasal breathing changes how your body reacts to stress. When Dennis started combining nasal breathing with short, intense cardio movements like jogging in place, jumping jacks, or fast air squats, he was actually training his nervous system at the same time as his muscles. This method helps activate something in the body called the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve plays a big role in how your body handles stress. It connects the brain to the heart, lungs, and gut, and it helps control your heart rate and digestion. When the vagus nerve is healthy and strong, your body can relax faster, your heart rate slows down, and your blood pressure goes down. In short, you feel calmer and healthier. Dennis noticed that his resting heart rate started to drop after just a couple of weeks. That's a good sign that his heart was working more efficiently and recovering better. He also noticed that he wasn't feeling as tired during the day, and he started sleeping better at night. Just from doing 6 minutes of nasal breathing cardio a day. That's it. The science behind this is actually pretty simple. When you breathe through your nose, you take in air more slowly and more deeply. This sends signals to your brain that you're safe and that your body can relax, even during exercise. On the other hand, mouth breathing tends to trigger more stress in the body and can lead to faster breathing and a racing heart. So, by doing these 90-second intervals while keeping his breathing slow and steady through the nose, Dennis was getting the benefits of a workout and calming his nervous system at the same time. It's like getting the mental benefits of meditation and the physical benefits of HIIT, high-intensity interval training in one simple practice. He didn't need a gym, fancy gear, or even a lot of time. Just a quiet space, 6 minutes, in his own body. Anyone can do this, even if you're short on time or just starting your health journey. You can walk briskly in place, do short sprints, or even cycle, all while keeping your mouth closed and breathing through your nose. And the best part? These results built up over time. He didn't have to push harder or do more. By staying consistent and focusing on quality over quantity, Dennis was able to improve his heart health, lower his stress, and sleep more deeply, all with just a few minutes a day. It's a reminder that sometimes, small changes lead to big results. So if you've been struggling to fit exercise into your day, or if you're looking for a smarter, calmer way to improve your health, this might be exactly what you need. A few minutes, some intentional movement, and a focus on your breath. Number 3. Ground-based mobility drills. Have you ever noticed how most people think walking is the best kind of movement for your heart? It's true that walking is great. It gets your body moving, it's easy on the joints, and it helps your mind relax. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Walking is a very linear movement. It only moves your body forward and backward. And while that's good, your body was designed for so much more. It needs variety. It needs flow. And more importantly, your heart thrives when your entire body is working together, not just your legs. That's exactly what Dennis discovered when he was introduced to something called ground-based mobility drills. At first, it sounded a little odd to him. Movements like crawling, rolling around on the ground, sitting and standing in different positions. It didn't sound like exercise at all. But once he gave it a try, everything changed. He felt muscles wake up that had been asleep for years. His breathing got deeper. His blood flow improved. And most importantly, his heart rate became more stable, without needing to jog or do hours of cardio. One of the first movements Dennis learned was called the crawling reset. It might remind you of how babies move when they're learning to walk. And that's not a coincidence. Crawling is a natural human pattern. It uses the whole body, arms, legs, core, even the muscles around your spine. When you crawl with control and rhythm, it stimulates your nervous system in a way that walking simply can't. It's like flipping a switch for your body to wake up and move in harmony again. Next, Dennis learned a movement called shin box transitions. This involves sitting on the ground with your knees bent, then smoothly shifting your legs from one side to the other while keeping your chest upright. It looks simple, but it's powerful. But here's where it gets really interesting. These ground movements don't just work your muscles. They also stimulate something called the lymphatic system. The lymph system is like your body's natural detox system. It flushes out waste, keeps your immune system strong, and reduces inflammation. When you move in 3 dimensions, twisting, reaching, crawling, your lymph fluid moves more freely. That means your body gets better at healing itself. And reduced inflammation means less strain on your heart. You might be wondering, why don't more people know about this? The answer is simple. We've been taught that exercise has to look a certain way, sweating on a treadmill, lifting weights, doing repetitive workouts. But the truth is, some of the most powerful forms of movement are the ones that look the most natural. The ones your body already knows how to do. Ground-based drills may look simple, but they activate deep muscle chains that regular walking just can't reach. Dennis didn't replace walking altogether. He still enjoys his daily walks. But by adding just 10 to 15 minutes of ground-based mobility each day, his heart health improved in ways he never expected. He felt more energy, better sleep, and less stiffness in his joints. His doctor even noticed a drop in his blood pressure. And the best part? These movements can be done anywhere, at home, in the living room, even on a yoga mat in the park. So if you've been struggling with low energy, chronic inflammation, or just feel stiff and tired all the time, this might be your missing piece. You don't need to be an athlete. You don't need fancy equipment. All you need is a little space, your body, and the willingness to try something new. And once you start, your body will thank you. Your heart will thank you. It's not about pushing harder. It's about moving smarter. Number 4, cold exposure plus heat cycling. There was one habit that completely transformed Dennis's health in a way nothing else had. Out of all the changes he made, this one stood out, and it wasn't a diet, a supplement, or even a workout. It was something almost ancient, something primal. He started using cold and heat, on purpose. At first, it sounded crazy to him. Cold showers? Sitting in a sauna until he sweated buckets? But he gave it a shot. 3 times a week, Dennis would alternate between cold exposure and heat. He'd start with a cold shower for just 30 to 60 seconds, enough to make him shiver. Then sit in a sauna for 15 to 20 minutes. Back and forth. Cold, then hot. Just like that. Within the first 2 weeks, Dennis noticed something strange. His energy levels went up. He wasn't dragging through the afternoon anymore. His mood got better, and he felt mentally sharp. But the biggest surprise came when he checked his blood pressure. Dennis's blood pressure dropped by 12 points. In just 2 months. No medication. No magic. Just regular cold and heat exposure. His doctor was shocked. His numbers had been borderline high for years, and nothing had made that much of a difference, until now. So what was happening inside his body? Every time he jumped into that cold shower, his blood vessels would rapidly constrict. Then, in the sauna, they'd open back up, wide. This was like a workout for his vascular system. Over time, his blood vessels became more flexible, more adaptive. They could respond better to stress, better to movement, better to daily life. It's kind of like training your muscles, but for your circulation. Cold and heat force your body to adjust. This process is called vascular conditioning. It helps your arteries stay young, reduces inflammation, and supports heart health. In fact, the benefits are very similar to walking, but the effects go deeper, and they happen faster. And the science backs it up. Cold exposure boosts norepinephrine, a natural chemical that sharpens your focus and reduces inflammation. Heat from a sauna, on the other hand, increases nitric oxide, which helps relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. Together, it's like giving your heart a tune-up. Dennis didn't have to make it complicated. He wasn't plunging into an icy river or sitting in a fancy infrared sauna. He used a cold shower and a basic gym sauna. That's it. He just stayed consistent. 3 times a week. Less than an hour total. And the results were real. Now, Dennis swears by it. He says it's not just physical, it's mental. Those cold showers taught him how to handle stress. The sauna became a space to breathe and unwind. The habit gave him control over his health, in a way he never thought possible. If you're looking for one powerful upgrade, try this. Don't overthink it. Just start small. Cold, then heat. It's not comfortable at first, but neither is illness. And like Dennis discovered, the discomfort is worth the transformation. 6 months ago, Dennis could barely walk up a flight of stairs without feeling out of breath. His heart was struggling. His ejection fraction, the measure of how well the heart pumps blood, was dangerously low. His doctors were concerned, and honestly, so was Dennis. But now, just half a year later, something incredible has happened. His heart scan came back with results so surprising, his doctor couldn't believe it. Whatever you're doing, his doctor said, almost in shock, don't stop. Dennis's heart function had improved dramatically. This wasn't just about staying alive anymore. His heart was actually getting stronger. And here's the thing. It wasn't just walking that made the difference. Walking was how he started. It got him moving, helped him build a rhythm, but eventually, it just wasn't enough. You see, the body needs more than repetition. It needs variety. It needs stress and recovery. It needs to be challenged and then allowed to rest. Just like muscles grow through resistance and rest, your heart needs cycles of effort and release. Dennis learned this the hard way, but once he understood it, everything changed. He added short bursts of strength training. He practiced deep breathing, not just to calm his mind, but to condition his lungs and cardiovascular system. He began moving with more purpose, dynamic stretches, flow-based exercises, and even a little bit of high-intensity interval work that pushed his heart in a safe but effective way. This mix, this contrast, is what woke his heart up again. And that's the part most people miss. Walking is a beautiful first step. It's easy, it's accessible, and it's a powerful way to begin moving again. But for true heart resilience, for lasting health, you need to go further. You need to give your body what it really craves, movement that's diverse, movement that challenges and heals at the same time. Your heart isn't just a pump. It's a living, learning organ. It adapts to what you give it. If you only walk at the same pace every day, your heart gets used to that and stops changing. But when you introduce variety, strength, breath work, mobility, recovery, your heart wakes up. It becomes more efficient, more adaptable, more alive. And here's what's beautiful. You don't have to overhaul your life. Start small. Try just one thing today. One strength movement. One deep breathing session. One short mobility routine. Feel how your body responds. You might notice better energy, more stable moods, even better sleep. And in as little as 7 days, you'll start to feel the difference, not just in your body, but in your heart. Because you're not just keeping your heart going. You're training it to thrive. You're building a system that doesn't just survive the stresses of life, it adapts to them. Just like Dennis did. Just like countless others who decided to stop settling for just enough. So next time you lace up your shoes, remember, walking is the beginning, not the end. Let it be your gateway to something greater. Your heart deserves more. You deserve more. Give your body what it truly needs, and it will thank you in ways you can't even imagine. Thanks for watching. Now go move with purpose. Challenge your body. Breathe deep. And let your heart come alive again. We'll see you in the next video, but until then, start today. You're just one step away.